One of the first things I ask when we talk about steam trap surveys is, why are we doing a steam trap survey? It's very evident that a steam trap that's blowing through is an energy loss. And a trap like this can cost thousands of dollars a year in steam loss. So that's very evident. But some of the other considerations are mechanical failure. If a steam trap is blowing through, our steam can eat up pump seals. Hi, I'm Jim Murray. I'm with Affiliated Steam and Hot Water, and I'm here today to show you how to do a proper steam trap survey. One of the first things I ask when we talk about steam trap surveys is, why are we doing a steam trap survey? It's very evident that a steam trap that's blowing through is an energy loss. And a trap like this can cost thousands of dollars a year in steam loss. So that's very evident. But some of the other considerations are mechanical failure. If a steam trap is blowing through, our steam can eat up pump seals, and cause much damage that people aren't used to or realize that are going on. So we want to stop the energy from being lost, but we want to also stop damage happening to our pumps and other pieces of equipment. The third thing I like to emphasize that most people don't even think about is the safety factor of a steam trap survey. We find applications where the traps, if not properly placed or in proper operating conditions, can cause severe damage to the piping, or any individual that happens to be around a piece of pipe when a failure happens could be injured or killed. So one of the first things we want to do is find out what is the best method of testing the steam trap, okay? Actually, the best method is to visually watch that trap discharge. Now, we all know in the piping business that all isn't necessarily available. In fact, most of the time it isn't available. So we have to rely on something else. And we rely on ultrasonic detection. It's a device that can measure electronically the waves of steam passing through an orifice, and then we can tell if a trap is good or bad. So what I normally do is I like to make it nice and simple. Take the magic work out of it. There's three things a trap can be. It can be cold, it can be hot, or hot blowing through. So the first thing you have to do is walk up to the steam trap and touch it. Is it hot or cold? If it's cold, that means I've got a problem. I've got a valve shut off upstream or downstream, or my trap is plugged. I have to do some investigating to find out why that trap is cold. Now, if it's hot, then I know it can only be one of two things. It's either going to be working properly, or it's going to be blowing live steam through it. And that's when I rely on my ultrasonic detector to say, hey, help me here. Is this trap blowing through, or is it live? All right, to demonstrate how this ultrasonic device works, I will show you a typical steam trap testing procedure. Number one, I walk up and I test the trap. Okay, it's hot. So that eliminates a cold plug trap. Now I have to determine, is it hot because it's working properly, or is it hot because it's blowing through? This is where my gun comes into use. I put it on the outlet of the trap, I pull the trigger, and by that sound, I can tell the trap is working properly. If it was blowing through, it would sound like a freight train. Now, this trap, which is a sister trap of the one I just tested, I touch it, it's hot. So I know it can only be one of two things. I use my device again to get to that answer. Now, as you can hear, it sounds like a freight train. That trap is blowing live steam through it. It would be marked bad, and we'd go on to our next trap. This trap, as you can see, I can put my hand on it. It's an example of a cold plug trap. Okay, so I would have to do some investigation on why this trap is cold. It's cold because it's a plug full of sediment? Is it cold because it's valved off downstream or upstream? That's some investigating that what I'd have to do at a later date. So what we would do while we're doing a steam trap survey, we'd be marking each trap with a stainless steel tag to give it a number. We would record that data, and at the end of the survey, provide a thorough computerized sheet on a full report of what your steam system is doing. This would include steam loss report and a dollar figure on how much steam is being lost a year. I'm Jim Murray with Affiliated Steam and Hot Water, and I was here today to